Where was I? Where am I headed? I need to go south. It's not generating anything. I have to. This is a foundational game in the genre, so I have to study how it did this and how other games learned from it. It's the only reason I'm doing this, really, and I'm using a guide. Everyone tells me if you're gonna play this game for the first time, do it with a guide. Where am I supposed to go next? So I want to go to here, Town of Ondal. And the only reason I'm putting up with this game is because of its historical importance and the fact that the fact that it has this big overhaul patch, retranslates everything so everyone makes sense, even if they still don't always tell the truth as intended. The guide says I should grind here, so I'm doing that. Imagine going to church. It closes 1 minute before you get there. You have to deal with it. Oh, right. Forgot this thing too. I always do. So, where do I go? Have I played this before? No, this is my first time playing this. Isn't it a sign-in rondo for Aljiba? I don't know. I watch people speedrun that game, but I don't have too much experience with it. I have played Rondo though. I just unlock Maria as fast as I can and use her because she's more fun. No, spoilers are fine for games this old, I don't really mind. This is a study, not really any kind of serious playthrough. Just paying attention to how everything is structured. I'm looking at game facts anyways. Specifically where I'm supposed to go to the where am I now? I'm in Aldra. So I need to go to Ondal next. Which is right here. It says I should get 250 hearts before I go on, but I'm at 204, probably be fine. Yeah, I need to do that next. There's Deborah Cliff is right there on the way. I do have the red gem. I got it from that guy who just took my blue one without asking. Just long enough to get past that. I probably should have bought more. The worst part of this game, I think, as far as progression goes, is experience drops are totally random. Okay, here I am. Jova, this is the start point. How did I end up here? Suffice to say, I'm not gonna get the good ending. I'm already day 7. Yo, which of you had the, which of you was selling novels again? I need more. Throwing whips? No way. No, I don't think anyone sells it here. This is the start point. Oh. I was wondering what that was. Oops. Yeah. I don't know how to get extra lives in this. So if I die before I want to, I'll just reset. You're probably not gonna like Llama Lana then, where the exits don't connect to each other in a logical way intentionally. I think it was here. If I play Llama Lana again, it'll probably be with a randomizer that makes the game easier. If only because my first playthrough took a real long time. This hack adds this map, because it's likely you're not going to have the manual these days. So I'm here. It says to go left to Saddam Woods, but on the map it's to the east of where I am. I haven't been following any new game releases, but it's embarrassing. Is anyone still making paper maps for anything? I don't know when the, I don't know what the experience curves look like. I was more asking who is still doing that. I think Xseed was for a while. Okay, that's a level up. It says I can only level up each time I enter, each time I finish a mansion. So I should be at level 4 at some point. But I can't find any guides that explain how much experience I need to level up. The one I'm looking at now, which is the highest rated one, has nothing about that. Just that it can. Etsy style creator making maps? No, I mean stuff that comes with games now. It's like maps and manuals, whoever's still making manuals. I know it's just a nicety these days, but... I have to wonder how many people saying they miss manuals actually want it to use for its intended form instead of just having it in the box to have. think I was supposed to advance left on these. Next screen. So I can't help but notice there are no healing items at all. The only way to do it is to level up. Or find the church when they're open. Because having to break open walls is definitely something that was borrowed from Castlevania 1. But they iterated it in such a weird way that you only use it for hints that might not even be good. Because that was inspired by old computer RPGs. You have to talk to everybody, simulating how the people you meet are not always... they don't always have your best interests in mind for whatever reason. I also got a recommendation. I should look into the super old Falcom games. And not just stuff like Legacy the Wizard of Xanadu. But there's those ports of the oldest Famicom or Falcom games on Saturn. But I don't know, I read about those and they frightened me. Just thinking about them. Oh, here's that town. So I just gotta wait for the place to open in a couple of hours. People say they hide inside false walls, but they don't ever explain why. There's more. So this game's considered a classic. Would it be more of a classic if the people here were actually translated correctly? Something I wonder lately. About localizations and bad ones. The games people really like today in spite of bad localizations, would they be even more liked if the translations were sound? I seriously wonder that, especially for SNK specifically. There's no way to know for sure, but we would not have memes like any given quote in any given big SNK fighting game. How would the world be different? I mean the entire world. What's your story? There is a colossal diamond buried in a grave at Strigoi Cemetery, and the guide says it's more trouble than it's worth. Probably people like this. People got into this game because of the name recognition. Castlevania 1 was a big success. They went a very different direction for this game, especially since the ending kind of feels like a retcon. The ending of or the beginning of this game, and it retconned Castlevania 1. What if he beat that game without ever taking damage? How is he still injured? This game as I'm playing this making me think I should probably write up a chart or one of those axis graphs. This is the Morning Star. Give it. Increases the range. Nintendo Power cover. Was it any different from the cover it came with? Because this definitely has Metroidvania elements. Well, one of the things that if I make this chart, I have to try to keep my own what was it? Northern Jam. This translation changes a few names from what the people are used to. So say buy more laurels. I have 5. I should probably buy more. You have anything to say? There is so much battle in the world. I used to be a fighter myself, but I realized I need to live my life. Don't forget to ride. Says I need at least 2. But I can carry 8. Because I have the bag. Decapitated Dracula on Nintendo Power? Have you seen the Nintendo Power cover from Mortal Kombat 2? With Scorpion on it? Actually kind of intense for Nintendo Power in my opinion. This show that Nintendo is no longer afraid of Mortal Kombat, or more afraid of what it was going to do to them. Don't forget the opening text of this game. Step into the Hell House in all versions. This thing. That's what I needed to do. Sure, Higashi comes to take me away. That's something you'd expect from a Japanese computer game. Here I am. Right on time, too. Okay. I don't really need to look for the hints, the clues. Have you seen the if you watch Old Timey Computer Show, there's also the game players game tapes that tries to give tech for a bunch of games like this. One of the tips for Castlevania 1 was talk to everyone you meet in Castlevania 1. What they actually meant was talk to your friends and everyone who might have info. Work together to cooperate to solve all these puzzles. Because it was a fantasy action game and that's the kind of thing you had to do. It stands out. So what do I do about these? What do I do about that? Should I even be here? If you want an extreme example of all of that, look up Wizardry 4. Can you believe people actually beat that game? Wizardry 4 required a lot of high-level, real-world knowledge to solve its puzzles. Because they expected smart people to win at that game. Also, what's more interesting to me is that I read that early Megami Tensei games borrowed from Wizardry 4. Especially with this heavy focus on making the monsters very important and making them work for you. Hello, Running Wild Vidya. I expect to finish this game today. I'm using a lot of help. I did the thing, by the way. I was watching this crummy movie called Aces Go Places, specifically the sequel. And it starts with some diamond smuggling plot, goes to about 80 minutes of a bunch of wackiness, and then exploding remote control cars. Totally something Cole Ron would do to solve a problem, I think. So I'm lost. Clearly on something I'm missing. These things are clearly something I need to do here. Like what? So the gems I've been getting so far are only just keys. They serve no purpose other than to get to the next location. At least with the Dracula parts, you can use them. Dracula's rib gives you the shield. I forget what Dracula's heart does. Oh yeah, that's also another key. I don't think it does anything else. The eye reveals hidden stuff. You spent 8,000 yen on video game. People do that now. Look at the average cost of a visual novel. My games are so hard. Gotta make them work. I want to know what the rationale was for making the holy water the only item capable of destroying walls. That was never an issue in the original. Are we to give it more use because it doesn't create fire? Oh. I knew it had to be somewhere. I'm still getting experience. But as I go through this game, the main thing every time I hit a weird pitfall, main thing I'm thinking is, Was this a consequence of intentional design? Or just lack of refinement from virtue of it being from 1987? This game came out Famicom Disk System 1987, and then 1988 on cartridge. Can't use weapons on the stairs. Not allowed. I didn't die from that? Weird. You can still walk through the floor, not me. Okay, there's the Dracula's part. There has to be an interview. Someone who worked on this. Because, Order of Ecclesia was influenced by this game a lot. So someone out there has to have knowledge about it. Nuts. Get away. They alternate between fantasy walls and breakable walls, I think, just for variety. That was the exit. I think the main thing that would improve this game is... I think the live system is pretty pointless. I can't go through there. I went in a circle. There's no real reason for this game to have lives. Especially since continuing doesn't change your restart point. All it does is take away all your resources. What they should have done instead is have infinite lives, but dying removes a portion of your resources. So dying is still a punishment, but it's a constant one and not a looming one. That I think would improve the game a good amount by itself. And then change restart points so you don't immediately walk into water and die immediately. Prevent enemies from spawning right next to you. What is this stuff? And maybe also give the diamonds that you need to get to other places, give them a passive bonus. Like just possessing the different colored gems will subtly improve your defense or something. So you always feel like you're getting stronger, even if you don't actually see it. That's just my harebrained idea. It always bugs me whenever there's items that have one use and is never used again, especially when you have to go out of your way to get it. East 3 has a lot of that, but at least it's for story reasons. And East 3 also is a Metroidvania. Stuff you have to get to be able to actually damage enemies. I wasn't supposed to go this way, I was supposed to go south. Oh, I forgot I wasn't supposed to go this way. Gotta go on another loop. I need to find the oak salesman. I got a suggestion yesterday for a SG-1000 game called The Castle, which is a predecessor to the NES game Castle Quest. I looked at both, and I'm not entirely sure they should be considered Metroidvanias in the traditional sense. Seems like the only things to find are keys. Nothing for yourself. And some people want to really broaden the definition to include the Zelda games, because you also need keys in that game. Items that you can use for offensive purposes and also to open pathways. Imagine getting all this way and you chose not to get the holy water. Probably because you played Castlevania 1 and didn't use the holy water. Say you only ever used the axe. Where's the axe in this game? I haven't found any way to attack upward yet. Except maybe the sacred flame? That costs hearts. So that path left is shortcut to the exit. Wait a second. This path here, this is the way to the Dracula's part. How do I get up there? One of the bigger problems with this game is that these dungeons don't increase in complexity. They don't introduce any new mechanics or gimmicks. By the time you see the second one, with the fantasy floors, you've seen everything. This is just larger levels. Maybe I do need to... Maybe I am missing something here. So I have to enter from above to find the oak salesman. So I have to go back again. Find a floor to break. Oops. Well, so much for all that experience. Should I just reload? I saved on the way in. It's a morning star, but it's the Star of David. I think the only real constant anybody has for Metroidvania is allows backtracking. That seems to be the only quality. Some people say V is Metroidvania when there's no upgrading to do at all in that game. So how do I get in here? I need to go in this blank space. If I go down, I won't be able to get back up. Mm-hmm. Over here? Do this. How do I get up there? What do you think I did to get here? I think these hint books inspired the hint cards in later games, like Harmony of Dissonance. That's what it feels like. They aren't always useful, but they're always there. Just in case. I did just enough. Okay. I figured they would have to do that because there's no way to get back to where the Dracula's part is. I just didn't know where. So much lag, what's happening? Too many dudes. What do I win? You now possess Dracula's nail. What does it do? What does Dracula's nail do? Dracula's nail allows the whip to destroy hidden blocks. So you don't gotta waste your time with holy water and trying to aim. Maybe this was the justification? Because Simon doesn't have the strength to whip it himself anymore? He needs to borrow some dark power to do it? Is that what's happening here? I'm just gonna come back the way I came. So I can do this. Or you can just go upper path if you feel like. And yet it doesn't make your basic whip attacks any stronger. Maybe I'll play East 3. I need filler. That's a game I can finish in under 2 hours. Where am I going next? Last part. I like that opening this screen turns off one of the audio channels. Lowers the volume in the menu. I like that effect. Where am I? Utah Upper Road. Wait a second. Oh, I just do this again? They would never think to do that twice. What got the physics of that, by the way? hidden blocks. What's going on? What am I hitting my head on? Why is there a downstairs? I don't understand. Skeletons are really toughening up too. Couldn't even be bothered to animate the water. Maybe there's a rum hack that does. Oh, my whippet's behind me. There's a spider's nest there. How do I get in here? You have anything important? I'll give your morning star the power to burn away evil. Cool. Now it's the fire whip. Your destiny bears great weight. Go before it's too late. There's cobwebs in your house. I like that it growls on every whip. So, do I need this? It doubles the strength of my whip attacks. Cool. Notice the camera only shifts vertical when I'm on the floor. Can't go up there. It's the man on fire. Oh, you know what they say about men on fire? Devious woods. Oops. That one's out of phase. I used 3 lowers to get past that. Okay, here I am. Just like that, I'm in the last mansion. So, and then I just go to Carmela's cemetery. And then, I don't even know where the final area is. Also, I've seen only one boss, and I'm in the 5th mansion already. It's the last thing to get. They did say only 5 parts I need. All of which are borrowed again in Harmony and Dissonance, and they improve passive bonuses. Oh, neat. Wrap around. I thought that was just graphical artifacts on the right side. But no. The scrolling worked in my favor. After seeing all of this stuff, Also, I just noticed this is a different color mansion from what I've been seeing so far. I'm curious about something actually. So if you don't know, the NES doesn't actually have a consistent color output because of the way it outputs color. Doesn't really map to NTSC color space. So any emulator or reproduction you have has to have its own color table. And nobody can seem to agree what colors are the most correct. Like for example, look at screenshots of Super Mario Brothers. The sky will either be blue or purple depending on how it was taken. And since televisions at the time also didn't have consistent calibrations, no one knew it was right there either. So Mister comes with 4 palettes. This is the default one. There's also this one. Wave Beam, which was somebody else's attempt to make one. Sony CXA, I don't know what this is. And PC10 Better, which I think actually looks really good in this game specifically. And you can provide your own if you want. There used to be an option called PVM, but it's not here anymore. I'm gonna use this. I just thought to do this. PC10 is Play Choice 10, which is RGB, but even then... So all those HDMI mods, like... What are you doing here? Oh. Oak Statesman's right there. I think it's just preference, really. What do you think is correct? Oops. Wrong stuff. Oh, I'm not gonna need it anymore. The Laurels is supposed to be like the invincibility potion pickups in Castlevania 1. You can just buy them. Lots of leaps of faith in this castle. I can't see anything below. I have to just jump and hope I don't run into anything. Tarantula. Also, I seem to have... This might not be a path I want to take. Lots of one-way falling. What's your story? Please have these laurels. Okay. Cool. Someone just has a ton of laurels and wants me to take it off their hands. The platform's despawning. So, what's your story? Come down here. I hope killing this thing is worth it, because it seems that killing these bosses drops stuff that might be useful. When I killed Death 2 dungeons ago, I got the golden knife. Maybe that'll be more helpful here. Golden knife costs 2 hearts to throw. Rosary? What does this do? Yeah, that's a pretty straightforward dungeon compared to the last one. What do I win? You now process Dracula's ring. What does Dracula's ring do? Okay, it's required according to the guide. The guide also mentions that you can just buy another oak stick if you want, just to have the satisfaction of your inventory being completely filled, but no. Anyways, looks like I'm almost done. I have everything I need now. I got hit twice. You have any more? How do I get out of here? I can't even jump past the vertical boundary of the screen. Probably because it's not loaded yet or something. That seems like something you could fix in a ROM hack. The vertical scrolling speed. I haven't seen how this translation changes the endings. I just know that's not going to end particularly well for Simon. Because I've spent 9 days. So, how do I get to the final area? Go this way, it says. This world loops on itself. It says if I keep going left, I'll be back to a previous area. That's something. It's also interesting how the only people who will ever actually lead you off of what you need to do, they're all in towns. The people you find just out in the world or in dungeons will always do something to help you. Like sell you a key item or something like that. So are the townspeople lying to you, or did they just not know any better? I think both are equally likely. go to church. Remember facing this thing? Medusa heads? I don't remember fighting any of those things when I crossed this area last time. It's your fault that it's not safe around here anymore. Please just leave and never return. Okay, fine, I will. You know who I am, right? I did that. I like that the location is called a church, not just church, or even which church. It's like those games that take place in a town or the city. Oh. Whatever was in there, I hope I can do without it. You never respawn where you expect to. I'm halfway off of the ledge. Also, I'm seeing now, the palette that you're seeing on the stream looks very different from what I'm seeing on my TV. Looks way more purple. So I'm gonna see how much difference it's making. Might be weird color calibration differences. Oh well. I'm seeing mostly blue. Oh, where'd they go? What are these things? I don't like them. I don't know, I can use it that quickly. They don't stack either. Whatever, I don't need them. Where am I? Wasn't I here before? No, I wasn't. Blood graveyards ahead. Do I want to stay around here or just finish the game right now? Because it's gonna be a long time before anything opens. I'm trying to think what other games had a day-night cycle like this in Metroidvania style. Is this the time to use it? I can't get past you by my own power. Oh. I have to just do that. Okay. So it says don't leave without the rosary, which I didn't. So, is there anything here? So this is supposed to be a graveyard, right? Where's all the graves? Where's all the enemies? You think this is the Vlad graveyard? Where's anything guarding it? Isn't this the epicenter of all the curse I've been facing this entire game? It's the path of no return. No turning back now. So I can't help but notice, I guess now's a good time to point this out. Seemingly the real reason this is a letdown is because there's nothing of resembling the classic level design and traps and hazards that Castlevania was known for the first game. Okay, that's all the crap. I don't get to have any of these powers for the final battle. I know how this goes. So what did the rosary do? Set this stuff on fire. Oh, I still have them. I don't know how to do that fight. No checkpoint. I like this theme for the prelude for the final battle, but seemingly everybody abandoned ship once Dracula left. What was the point of all those mansions then? All the level designs are real generic. There's no unique mechanisms, no traps. Nothing like the clock tower. It's like they didn't have enough time to make the game they wanted. Like, this is a template, a skeleton of a game more than anything else. So what I need, not this thing. Oh. I didn't do it fast enough. I was supposed to just keep doing it. That's the technique I always saw in the speedruns. Especially here, it's really obvious they didn't have either the time or the desire to make a compelling final area. They had time to make the music for it. Especially since, why are we going down into Dracula's, or the remains of Dracula? Shouldn't it be above? High above the water? Almost like, the people who made this game did not completely understand what made Castlevania 1 special. Not much creativity in anything, really, which is why everything was so convoluted. So what does this do? Whatever. I can't even see Dracula most of the time. And this is happening because of the fact that enemies in hit stun cannot move at all. That's true for every enemy in the game. So what do I win? I love this song. The battle has consummated. He died too many times. So what was the whole point? They couldn't fix the text here. Oh, they're real direct about him dying here in this translation. Why is he kneeling at Dracula's grave? The Belmont line's over? Keep praying. Toast to the victory achieved in 10 days. Can you do it in 7? At least they tell you exactly what you did wrong. Do it in fewer days. What was the original text here? Program to the following characteristics. What does this mean? What is this? This is kind of spooky music to have in your ending. This would have messed me up when I was like 10. This was added by the translation, by the way. It's not supposed to show this at all. So in the good ending, the sky is red, and it says, Simon's blood and sweat have penetrated the earth, and will do some magic and happiness for those who walk on this land. Kind of they're trying to be poetic, but it's kind of weird. Also, the ending was originally in English in the Japanese version, they just edited it a little for the international releases. But then Dracula's, hand raises out of the grave. So, what did you really accomplish? And then the ending I got, basically the same thing. Transylvania's only hope is a young man who will triumph over the evil and rid the city of Dracula's deadly curse. Transylvania is not a city, apparently. seems like a worse ending than the bad one where we took more than 14 days. You see him kneeling at the grave. Did he die on the grave? That's kind of what it seems like. And then in the worst ending, it's black and white. There's no one there at Dracula's grave. And it just says Simon Belmont will always be remembered for his bravery and courage. And the people are free of Dracula's curse forever. That does not happen in the middle ending. It's really weird. But that's how it is. Can I do anything here? Okay, so it just returns me to the title screen. I didn't even save. Obviously no New Game Plus or anything. That's so anticlimactic. This game has to have been rushed. I can't think of any other explanation.